και απόρριτα, με detective και υποκλοπές, με τάλματα και επιτροπές. Επεμβαίνεις, 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 με κάνεις μαλάκι παίρνεις.
Είσαι σκέτο, παρακράτος, είσαι σκέτο, παρακράτος και προβοκατόρισα, γι' αυτό σε χωρίσα. Είσαι σκέτο, παρακράτος, είσαι σκέτο, παρακράτος και προβοκατόρισα.
Could you tell us a little bit about the tribute? When is it happening?
It's happening on the 26th of October. It's Monday night, here at the Green Note upstairs, of course. What else?
You could tell us about the ticket prices?
The ticket prices, yeah, it's £10 for the students, £12 for the adults. The doors open at 7 o'clock, but the music starts at 8 o'clock till 11.
What's the quickest way for people to get here, for those who don't know?
The nearest tube is Camden town, so it's 5 minutes walking actually, and any buses going to Camden town.
Great. Could you tell us about the inspiration? What became the reason for you to do this? Is it because Mosholiou is a personal favorite, or is it because everybody likes her?
Not really. Pavlos has this idea to do a tribute to Polypanou, and I told him, can we do it half and half? Polypanou, Vicky Mosholiou. But in the end, I had so many songs from Vicky Mosholiou, I couldn't choose just 35 songs for both of them. So we ended up doing Vicky Mosholiou, which I really, really love.
Does that mean that there might be more tributes coming in the future? Are there plans for more things to do?
Definitely.
Absolutely, definitely. Polypanou, Sotiria Bellou.
Ooh, very good.
We try to sometimes do just general concerts of Greek classic songs, but in the past we've done many tributes to Tsitsanis, Vamvakaris, more often to the old rebetiko musicians, but because we were doing so much of rebetiko, we thought it would be nice to appeal to the other side of Greek music, and because not everyone is interested just in the old Greek music, and this more contemporary music comes out of the tradition of rebetiko as well, and we thought it would make a nice change.
Do you do anything to make the songs easier to grasp for foreign audiences? Because I know that it's not only Greeks that come and listen to you. Do you introduce the songs, for example?
Yes, we do. It's always something that is a question, because we like to play one song after the other, because you create a certain atmosphere, and you don't want to break that from talking. But then, of course, we have to pay respect that we're singing these Greek songs in London, and very often the lyrics or the poetry is so beautiful, which might be lost on people that don't understand the language. And people have asked us in the past to say a few things, and usually when we do, it really sheds a light. Obviously, the music, it more often than not speaks for itself, and many people don't need to know what the words mean. But there are those that do like to know more specifically what the songs are about. And so we try to have a balance. We'll introduce certain songs, then if we're getting in a certain rhythm and you see the atmosphere is really exciting, we just keep that going and then have a little pause, talk about what we've just played or what we're going to play. So we mix it up.
I wanted to ask you, we are here at Green Note Basement. Why did you choose this particular place for the tribute? What is the significance of Green Note for you?
Yeah, it's sort of there's nowhere else we could really do this because of the relationship that has evolved over the last 5 years with the Green Note. 5 years ago, we've all been involved in Greek music for a long time, and we play wonderful Greek evenings, and it's lovely. But sometimes you're limited to what you can play. You can't always play the songs that you love best, because they want certain dance songs, certain things, which is wonderful. But there comes a point where you want to just sort of spend 3 hours just doing the songs that you absolutely love, and that might not be the most popular songs outside of musical circles. So I just sent an email to the Green Note saying we're looking for once a month thing to do in the afternoon so that families can come as well and we can expose this music to young children and working people that can't come out late at night. And they just said that's just what we're looking for. So 5 years ago we started this, and it has turned into the most amazing relationship. We then, the second year, we started doing midweek evening events. So it was the regular monthly one on the Sunday afternoons, and then 2 or 3 during the week, the month. And then 3 years ago, I suggested that maybe we could do a mini festival over a weekend. And they came back and said, why don't you do it over a whole month? So we created this festival, and it went absolutely amazingly with all the support of the Green Note. And we had other venues, but this was the heart of the festival. And that happened 2 years ago, and the festival is happening again in June 2016. Hence the concert on the 26th of October, and why we're doing it at the Green Note. Because they've sort of opened, they've made this almost like a home of Greek music. They're the heart of the festival, although not the only venue, but really the inspiration behind the festival. And we thought that it's the most appropriate place to do a concert like that.
Coming back to the music rather than the geography and the location, what's your musical influence, would you say? I mean, what sort of music do you like? What kind of music turns you on in terms of creating and performing?
Well, besides Greek music, I like jazz, country, anything. I like music, classical music. I don't have favorites.
You don't have a favorite composer or performer?
Oh, there's so many. Every time I get in love with someone, like a jazz singer or a traditional one, or I don't.
Pavle, do you have favorite?
Yes, I have more of a classical background as well. So my father, he was a cellist, and I was brought up with a lot of classical music. So obviously that's a huge influence in my life, and it's what I do professionally as well. But again, whether it's Greek or classical, or I mean, I love jazz as well, and Latin music. My father's Brazilian, so we always had this music in the house. Anything that's expressive and moves you, you know, whatever type of music. With regards to specific composer, it's just impossible to say. You know, if you're playing the music you love, the music that you're playing at that time always seems to be the one that you think, yeah, this is the one for me. Then you go to the next one and you think, oh. And that even changes from instrument to instrument, you know, because I'm a cellist, and when I'm playing the cello, I can't imagine that it doesn't particularly, I don't want to go and play the bouzouki after I've played the cello. It's another feeling. Then you play the bouzouki and you think, this is the one. And so yeah, it's whatever's in your hands, whatever you're playing at that time.
I send you a link.
And then you send me a link.
From Mosholiou, and he's like, oh, we're doing this with the cello.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
It's the best way to do it.
Δώσ' μου χέρι να πιαστώ, να πιαστώ να κρατηθώ. Ένα γέλιο, μια ματιά, για να στενετεί η καρδιά. Δώσ' μου χέρι να πιαστώ, να πιαστώ να κρατηθώ. Ένα γέλιο, μια ματιά.
Maria, how about you?
I love Greek music very much. I don't have a favorite composer. I can't say I can distinguish any. And also I love classical music as well.
Coming back to the Mosholiou tribute, do you plan to perform songs from all of her spectrum, you know, all the years that she performed, or specific areas of her repertoire?
I think we're going to try to do songs from each period. I mean, we're going to start with the very first song she did till the very last. I mean, it's difficult to say. We're going to do only the most popular ones, or the ones she did with Ambetas, which was her beginning, and
yeah, she had a very special relationship with him, so there's a huge proportion of those songs. There are so many amazing Zabeta songs that it's impossible to not do. Probably about at least 50% of the concert will be songs that she did with Zabetas.
Yeah, but she sang with so many composers. She collaborated with so many composers. So I think we're going to try and explain her life as well, how she began.
So there's going to be a narrative.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
There's going to be a narrative. This is really nice.
I think we'd like to do that.
would it be too much to ask for you to tell us specific songs that you may be performing? Do you know already which
I know.
ones?
I know already. Well, of course, we're going to start with the very first song, "Χάθηκε το φεγγάρι." So the sun, the moon disappeared.
This is a song by Xarchakos.
Yeah, that's her very first song. And we're going to do Zambetas. Most of her songs are Zambetas. Or later again with Xarchakos, Ninjai. Or even with Kraunakis, Stamatis Kraunakis.
In the 90s, she did
Κάτω από τη
quite a lot.
Μαρκίζα. Everyone's been asking for that song.
Yeah, I love that.
We'll try. I don't know how we can fit so many songs in such a short time, and we'll try.
I would say that, especially for people that know this music, not to expect to come and hear it completely in its original form. For many reasons. First of all, for us, one of the interests is trying to stay fair to the songs, but also, you know, we live in different times with different musicians, and we try and make these arrangements more personal to us and how we enjoy playing these songs. The other thing is these were recorded with whole orchestras, and on the day we're going to have Marina singing. I'll be playing bouzouki, guitar. We have a bass guitar, but we also have a cello. And so, you know, there may be some songs which may have been heard originally on bouzouki, which are more lyrical, that we've adapted for cello, which of course is a
Will you be playing the
sound.
cello?
Yes, yeah. So, you know, those are things that we have to think about, and hopefully it will be nice for people to hear songs they know well and they recognise, but maybe with a twist, you know, in a different arrangement.
This is really good. Do you have a message finally for people who may be considering come and listen to you?
Well, we love the support. We would like them to come over and sing with us, because this is what we do. We try to get people involved and sing along, and I hope they come.
Absolutely. Pavle?
Yeah, I would really encourage people to come, because you know, we're a group of musicians. We absolutely are so passionate for this music. We love this music, and there's nothing better than being able to share with people who have an interest, either as musicians or as people that love listening to music. And it's very interactive. You know, obviously at the end of at the beginning of a gig, things are always a little bit more formal. We're finding our rhythm, for us on stage. But inevitably, every gig, by the end of it, you know, we have people singing with us, and very often, the best part of the evening for me is when we unplug at the end and we go in amongst the people, and we just let the audience, you know, sing songs. They make requests if we know them. We try and give them the songs that they want to hear as well. So
and we don't want to leave green note. That's a problem.
and you don't have to be Greek. You know, at least half of the people that support us, as much as the Greeks, are from all over the world. The English people, they love this music because it has this soulfulness, this beautiful melody, especially from this era. You know, it kind of has the dignity and the beauty of the old songs that we're used to playing, but it has a more modern feel as well. So really, this specific tribute to Mosholiou is something that's very appealing to a very wide range of people.
Finally, is there a Facebook page that people can find out information about the tribute?
Yes, there is they can find us on Rebetiko Carnival page, on Live at the Green Note, the Rebeta Scare. What else?
I think it's those two pages.
Yeah, and there is also an event, so they can see all the information there.
Κι εγώ θα ζω στους δρόμους, μέσα νύχτα που να σε βρω, αυγή που να σε φτάσω, που μ' άφησες χωρίς φτερά στους δρόμους.